All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. And this lesson that I put together really is just kind of like a study on the word prioritize. I was thinking about my, my daily routine, how I've been adjusting it to where doing a lesson first in the day has helped for me to be more fruitful as far as putting lessons out. And so I wanted to look up that word prioritize in the etymology, Online, and it says prioritize means to designate as worthy of priority. And it says it was popularized during the 1972 presidential contest, and it says from the root of priority. Okay, now before I go to the definition in the etymology of priority, I wanted to get this scripture. This is Ecclesiasticus, because also originally last night I was thinking about the concept of going into this ministry with a one day at a time mindset, right? Oh, you know what? Let me get that scripture. Sufficient to the day is the evil thereof. Let me go ahead and get this in Matthew chapter 6, verse 31. It says, take therefore, I misquoted it. Matthew 6 and 34. This is Matthew 6 and 34, it says, take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. And these are the words of Yahushai. And he's saying that the first thing that we should be focusing on is the kingdom in our daily lives. What should be the number one goal is acquisition of the kingdom, okay? Being deemed worthy to enter into the kingdom, okay? And so that's been the goal, since we entered into the ministry, man. And since I have this scripture up here, I'm going to go ahead and pull it. This is Job chapter 8, verse 5. It says, if thou wouldest seek unto the Most High betimes, and make thy supplication to the Almighty, if thou wert pure and upright, surely now would he would awake for thee, and make the habitation of thy righteousness prosperous. And so we may be facing certain instances in our lives that may not be necessary if we were to focus more on the ministry, and I'm speaking to myself because, of course, we all need correction at times. And so this is an interesting word here, betimes. And after I get the definition, the definition of this word betimes, I'll go back to the etymology of priority. But the Hebrew word here is, the root word, I should say, is shachar. Okay, shachar, Strong's H, 7836. It says to seek early, diligently seek, earnestly look for, to look diligently for. I want to get the definite, hold on, let me see something. Oh, it says, okay, so it says to break forth as light, like as the dawn, as if like how the sun rises and light breaks out. Let me see, to break in, to pry in. Okay. Yeah. So you looking in, you peering in, Are you coming early? Betimes. Oh, and then also too, let me get that let me look up that definition of that word betimes. It says early, quickly or soon, in good time. Okay, so we're seeking the Most High early, quickly, before his judgment comes. Okay, like the scriptures say, what? Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. It's Isaiah 55 and 6. It says, seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. call ye upon him while he is near. Okay, so or there's going to be a time that he's not going to be so readily available through the mouth of his prophets, man. Okay, because why? It talks about what? The famine of the word, excuse me. I believe that's in Amos. Famine of the word. Let me see. Oh, I think it's actually famine of the words of the Most High. That's how it's worded. Yep. Amos 8:11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh your power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh." Okay, and so this should make us value what we have right now, which is the ability to learn and grow in the spirit of the Most High, because like the scriptures say in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So if you don't already have that wisdom and knowledge, you're gonna be out of there. You're not going to be stable. Okay, so let's go back to this word, to this etymology of the word priority. It says a state of being earlier than something else, prior occurrence or existence. From Old French priorite, and directly from medieval Latin prioritatem, nominative prioritas, which means effect or condition of being prior. Let me see here. And that comes, prioritatem comes from the Latin word prior. Now, let me see here. Yeah, so when you, so really priority comes from the word prior, right? So we have prioritize, and then we have priority, and then we have prior. Okay, and now prior, when used as an adjective, it means earlier or proceeding, as in the order of time. Okay, and let me go ahead and get this scripture in I think it's 2 Chronicles, and it also reminds me of Hebrews, the 1st chapter as well. Go ahead and get that. Hebrews 1st chapter. Let's go ahead and get this. 2 Chronicles chapter 36 verse 15. It says, "And Yahweh, the power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers." Messengers. Ooh, you know what? That's one of my favorite words in the Hebrew. Oh, it's a different word. Okay. Messengers. No, it's the same word. Okay, cool. Let me see. Mala'ak. Strong's H4397. Mala'ak. Angel or messenger. Those words are pretty much interchangeable in the Hebrew. Okay, well, this is actually the same word, I should say. Okay, messenger, representative, angel. Okay, so going back here, it says, "And Yahweh, the power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending in." Those messengers are the prophets, man. Okay, Jeremiah, Isaiah, prophets that told our people before the destruction happened. And even in these days, the prophets are the people who are telling the Lord's children what's going to happen before it actually happens. It says, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. You see, that's the reason why the Lord has allowed the prophets to be able to teach, is because of his mercies and his compassion. Okay. Another scripture that comes to mind let me get this in First John. It's either the second chapter or the third chapter. Let me see. I believe it's the third chapter. Here we go. This is First John chapter 3, verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. See, this is a beautiful position that we're put in to be able to receive the prophecies, man, before they come to pass. Okay, because they're going to come as a thief in the night to majority of people, including the people of our nation who don't listen, the 2/3. Okay. And so we're prioritizing this truth by putting it first, man. That's what the word means. Prioritize goes back to priority, which goes back to prior. And I'm gonna keep going on this etymology. Okay, it says earlier, preceding as in order of time. Okay. It says from Latin, prior, which means former, previous, or first. Figuratively, it means superior or better. And it says comparative of Old Latin, pre, like P-R-I, which means before. Okay, so at its most basic root, it means before, man. Okay, and then you can even click on the root of prior, which is P-E-R. It's basically like a prefix. It's a Proto-Indo-European root that forms prepositions meaning forward, okay, or in front of, or before, or first, or chief, okay. So, and then there's a whole list of probably 100 words that root is used in, that we use in our daily vocabulary, which the root goes back to this root, okay, meaning forward, in front of, before, or first. So when you're prioritizing, you're putting something before, but you're putting something before or first or in front of the other things, man. Okay, and that's what we should be doing pertaining to the ministry. Okay, and a lot of our people aren't doing that, man. This is back in 2 Chronicles 36:16. But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy. And that's what's going to happen again, man. Okay, the Most High is not playing games when it comes to this message, and we know that if we don't preach the gospel, man, talking about those of us that put our hands on the plow, hey, what use does the Most High have for us? Okay, we are his servants, man. Okay, and like the scriptures say, the work of the Most High is not a grievous thing. So why would we want to stop preaching when we know that this is going to lead to salvation? Calling upon the name of the Most High and his Son and repenting in sincerity and in truth is going to lead to us to be delivered from this situation that we're in, man. Okay, so let me see here. Oh, did I get that in Sirach? I don't know if I got this. Oh, no, I started to get it. Yeah, Sirach chapter 5 and 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to Yahweh and put not off from day to day. For suddenly, see, after a dispensation of time, the time that we had to get right and do all these things is going to be up. Okay? And it's going to be judgment time. If you did the right thing, you're going to be receiving mercy. If you didn't do the right thing, then you're going to be judged accordingly, man. Okay? So it says, for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and in thy security, see, man, bro, let me get this word security, bro. Definition of security. Freedom from risk or danger, safety, freedom from doubt, anxiety, or fear. So when you're safe and when you're confident and you're free from fear and danger, seemingly, that is when you will be destroyed if you continue to put off this daily task that's been administered to us, man. Okay? If you continually, day after day after day, and I'm talking to myself, I'm reading this and I'm like, man, you know, I pray to you, how about you, Shai, that I continue to have the spirit on me, man. Okay, because this is not something that you go into without counting the cost. You know, this isn't a situation that if we don't complete the mission, we just gonna be scotch free, man. The Lord has no pleasure in a double-minded man. Okay, it says, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So this scripture right here, man, hey, it puts fear in me, man. Okay, it puts fear in me. The last scripture I'm gonna go ahead and get is Sirach 51. It's the last scripture in the book of Sirach. Sirach 51 and 30. This is Sirach chapter 51. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and get 29 and 30. Sirach 51 verse 29. It says, "Let your soul rejoice in his mercy and be not ashamed of his praise." You see, we are in the position of receiving mercy, man. We hope to obtain the sure mercies of David, and in doing so, it requires us to be obedient. Okay, what did the Most High tell Jeremiah? Don't be ashamed and don't be awed at those people who are coming against you with all manners of boldness and disobedience. Don't even worry about it. Okay, because if you do, he said he would matter of fact, let me see here. I didn't even get that Hebrews 1:1, but let me just go ahead and get the scripture I'm talking about. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 17. It says, "Thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them." See, we aren't to be disheartened at these people's rejection of the truth, man. Okay, because if we are and we get disenchanted, we will be confounded, man. Okay, so we stand in great boldness and faith. That's why it says to gird up thy loins, man, and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Going back to that in Sirach 29, be not ashamed of his praise. Sirach 51 and 29. Be not ashamed of his praise. I'm going to go ahead and finish off in verse 30. It says, work your work betimes, okay? Before or prior to. Work your work betimes, and in his time will he give you your reward. Okay? So with patience, we're going to obtain that which was promised to the elect, man. And that's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect, because we believe that as long as we continue in the path that we're walking, we will achieve that which the election is seeking for, man. Like the scripture said. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it off on that. The election has obtained it. There we go. Romans 11 and 7. It says, "What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election, the elect of Israel, 144,000, and the rest of the 1/3. But starting with the 144,000, the election hath obtained it." What is that which Israel seeks for? Salvation. Okay, it says, "And the rest were blinded." And prior to salvation, we've received the truth of the scriptures, man. The Spirit of the Most High. So that's a beautiful thing. Okay, so hey, remember, one day at a time. Prioritize this truth over all things, and the Most High will give the increase. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.